Your scav character is disposable, an opportunity to go into a raid with zero risk and the potential to reap the rewards of others' work, whether that's loose loot not being discovered by others or potentially running into dead PMCs and bosses that haven't been looted completely yet. Scav mode is honestly one of the best ways to interact with Tarkov, a chance to just mess around and have some fun with friends or with other scavs who want to work together. It's been in the game for years now and has gone through a lot of changes, with the most recent being the addition of scav karma. With all these changes, additions, and adjustments, where does scaving in Tarkov sit, and how does it feel in 2021? Scaving these days feels different, and honestly I think I mean that both in positive and negative ways. On one hand, scavs are much friendlier to one another across the board. People are actually willing to work together, or at the very least trade items with one another with what they find on the map. This is exactly what we've wanted for a long time. Now, scav karma is good, at least on paper. When the idea was getting closer to being added to the game, there was a lot of hype for it. Finally, people were given a reason to not just shoot each other on sight and actually try to cooperate with other scavs. There are now reasons to shoot and not shoot others, tangible ramifications for your actions, which is what we want. However, it's come at a cost. Scav bosses. They're not really engageable anymore for a band of player scavs because the negative penalty is too severe to try and fight them for their loot, which in hindsight was one of the most enjoyable aspects of being a scav, fighting the boss and trying to just see what happens. You had a choice before. You could either try to fight him solo, with your friends, or rally up a group of scavs to kill him and split the loot. But now the penalty isn't even worth trying, and honestly what makes this worse is that one of the ways we were supposed to get karma was to protect the scav boss from threats. Well, standing next to them when no one shows up for fights sucks, especially considering that half the time they'll still shoot you on sight regardless of whether or not you shot them in the first place. Even with my own karma being around 4.5, it's not enough. I guess. Did I miss a patch note somewhere that they removed this, or am I just stupid? I actually don't even know. I thought we were supposed to have it this way, but that's not the case currently, at least for me in my experiences. Either way, fighting scav bosses isn't practical anymore, which is really unfortunate. At least we can still fight raiders, but the problem with that is that now raider loot has been severely nerfed, and it's been since the start of the wipe. Which makes sense for the first couple weeks or two, because you don't want people getting really powerful loot off of them, but that's not the case anymore. We're months into this wipe. It'd be nice if the raider loot was brought back to a level that was acceptable and where it normally is. But I digress. Scaving feels better overall just because you don't die most of the time instantly to another player scav looking for basic loot that they already have. However, one change that was made in regards to scav karma that doesn't live up to what it could have been was the max rep bonus with fence, and how you're able to buy uninsured gear. It's really a joke. It really isn't as special as we were hoping it was going to be, which sucks. Being able to buy potentially powerful guns and armor at a markdown price was really interesting when it was brought up, and gives a good incentive for people to try to be good scavs and make good positive decisions for their karma. Overall, scav karma and scaving in general is definitely the best it's ever been. I mean, your scavs can have really powerful gear, they can sometimes spawn with rare loot on them. Scav karma allows you to interact with players and actually engage with them instead of just shooting them. So scaving in 2021 is definitely better than what it was way back in the day, because you used to just get crappy gear and you'd be able to barely make like 100k on a scav raid, but now you can make a lot of money if you do it right, which is crazy. But there are some things with scav karma that need to be adjusted, maybe some things with the actual loadouts and stuff that need to be adjusted. But again, overall, it's definitely the best it's ever been, but I hope that they still tweak and iterate it because it can definitely get better, and I hope it does, because scaving, again, is definitely one of the most enjoyable ways you can play Tarkov. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch this video, and I hope to see you in future ones.